Well, you might recognize the young lady next to me because I had her on a few weeks ago. Her name is Carrie Cox, and she's running for City Council in Henderson. And that's all I know. I've just realized I've been interviewing quite a few people that are running for quite a few things. And it seems a lot of hard work, a lot of time, a lot of perseverance on
Yes.
your side and never giving up and like waking up in the morning, where am I going today? Who am I meeting today? What's happening? How are you doing? How are you bearing up with all this? I mean, you've got children,
Yeah.
you've got all this stuff, right?
Yeah, well, and I'm a kindergarten teacher, so
I'm a kindergarten teacher of that.
yeah, this was the last day of school for Pinecrest, and let me just tell you, it's been a really full month
Yeah.
because there's so much to do at the end of school, and
Oh, yeah. So
yeah,
you've got to tie all those loose ends up
right,
and take care of all those kids.
yes, and so what I've been doing is from right after school around 4:30, I've just been working until 1 in the morning every day, and then working on the weekends to make sure that we get the word out
you
and
get the
people can
word
get to
out.
know me.
Yeah, and how have they got to know you? Is
Yeah.
it working?
It is working, and I did run last time for the same position.
But you
And
lost by a very short margin.
yes, and so they do have my name ID is pretty high,
Good.
and I do know a lot of people through.
And who's
'cause
running
I'm-
against you?
Well, I usually don't
Or with
say their
you, or
names, but I
whatever.
can. No, I can. It is Steve Rice, Trish Nash, Jody Tyson, and then both Jody and both Trish and Steve went out and got their friends to jump in the race. So right
So
at the
was it
last
5
minute,
of you?
there's 6 now.
6 of you. Well, it's
Yeah.
always been threes, actually. It's
Yeah.
been threes. Everybody's had like,
course.
there's me and then
Yeah.
there's 2 others. So you've got these.
Yeah,
That's a
5.
lot
I
of
have
people.
5 opponents.
Well, no, you just
Yeah.
said another 2 are coming in. Aren't they jumping in a little late to get the word out there for themselves?
Yes, and they did it not because they were trying to win the race. They did it to help others win the race. And so, all is fair in love and war.
It
know,
bewilders
all
me
is
because
fair.
everybody's trying to, I don't know, which is life.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's part of strategic planning, and the good news is
You
that
can't give
I'm
up.
ahead. No, the good news is I'm ahead, and that is why that happened, and I'm going to keep being ahead. So I'm going to win this.
I love
And
it.
the only question that remains is whether I'm winning it in the primary, which is 50 plus 1, and with all of your help, I can do that. Or if I'm going to go on to the general and fight it out with another one of the candidates there. But I plan on taking it in the primary. I want to do that.
You're going to win, right?
Yes, I am.
Now, this is June 14th, right?
Yes, well, that's the actual primary date.
That's the
yes.
primary date.
Early voting is
Early
May
voting
28th.
when?
May 28th.
May 28th,
Through
that's a couple of days.
Yep, through June 10th.
So June 10th,
Yeah.
so you've got quite a little bit of time in there to vote. After June 10th, you can't vote?
Not until the 14th, which is election day.
Yes. Oh, so you can't, see, I'm learning.
Yeah,
So you
there's a
can't
little
vote.
break.
You can't vote for those 4 days.
Yeah.
And then you've got, June 14th on my dad's birthday.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
it's going to be a lucky day for
Yes,
me.
got a
then.
lucky day. And also,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to mention, I'll mention this anyway. And I'm quoting on quote, I believe it's our last president's birthday too.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
I'm not mentioning names, am I? Purposely.
That's okay.
But it's his birthday too. So now how do you feel? Where are you in the race? What on earth is going on? And what's the main thing you're running that you want to change?
Right. Well, I'm feeling really good about this because I have the Henderson Police Association, their endorsement, and I have the Henderson Police Supervisors
I just had
Association.
Stan Height on.
Yeah, and I just got that second endorsement from police, and then I'm endorsed by the Nevada Veterans Association and Veterans in Politics. So I've had some wonderful endorsements recently, and the Henderson group, there's a Patriot group in Henderson, and I'm endorsed by them as well. And I hear some more endorsements are coming this week, and I'm excited about those. So what
do you think you've done, apart from your beautiful smile and how you are, that you've got all these people to endorse you? You've managed to get your message out there?
Well, I think they know very well I'm already doing it. So what they see is me involved. I'm out there helping. Like when they did the big give, I'm there. It's a turkey drive and a food drive for those that would not otherwise have had Thanksgiving dinner. I helped extensively with that. I helped with Shop with a Cop. I'm just involved, and I have been for a long time. And so they've watched that pattern, and so they know when I say that I am going to take care of the situation in Henderson with police, that I'm going to take care of it. And I'm out recruiting, which I heard Stan talking a little bit about that. I'm already out doing that for the police department because it is important. We're down 40%, which is horrifying to me. 40%, and a lot like what Stan talked about, because we have a lot that just retired.
Yeah.
And then I think it was a third to retirement, and then we have some issues with morale with our police department. So
well, I mean,
we had a lot of
for the past year or so has been not.
Well, there's a national issue that is attached to that, but we do have a morale issue, and so our retention numbers are pretty bad.
In Vegas or all over?
No, well, I don't know. I know that Stan talked about the morale in Vegas, but I can only speak to the morale issues in Henderson. And there is a morale issue in Henderson, and so
how would you
I want to improve that.
How can you improve getting getting police to join, getting people to join?
Well, I want to go to colleges and talk to their graduates that are coming out of criminal justice.
Great idea.
And I went up to SUU. My son just graduated from there, and so I'm going to be meeting more with people up there. I already did, and to be able to get in touch with those graduates. And then we have a paramedic shortage. And so I'm going to be working with Health OC at colleges, and so that we can reach out to those graduates, because I think that's a really good place to start.
Well, colleges are really good. You've got your university here. Can you go to that college?
Yes, I mean, I'm going to go to several. I'm going to go to several and get in touch with those. Absolutely.
Now, how old would that be? So they're going to be like about 23, 24 years old, right? Coming into starting their career. Right. So you've got to get them while they're in college as well.
Yes, and we can. Like, so for instance, for the ones that I miss that are already going into careers coming out of this graduating class, there's always next year's.
Yes.
And so I'm going to lay a foundation to be able to work closely with colleges, but also high schools. So in our valley, it's important that, because I'm an educator, I feel I have a lot of contacts that I'm going to be able to get in front of juniors and seniors and those that would start
before they're going in. Now, how old can you be to get into the police department?
Well, you really need to be 21, but my idea, and it's actually not mine, it's someone else's, but I thought it was amazing.
But you'll take it on.
Well, I'll take it on. I'll help, yes. I would love to do a cadet program where they come in and they try it out as a cadet. And they can come in and get paid. We wouldn't be paying the salaries we start police officers at. But for an 18-year-old, that would be amazing, because that would be more than what they would make anywhere.
Would that not get the 18-year-olds off the streets?
Yes. It would also help them if they didn't want to go on to college, because, not everybody wants to go on to college.
Well, not everybody should go to college either.
Right.
There's a lot of people shouldn't. You can, in England, I hate to say it, but in England we have these 3-year courses that you can have. You can be a hairdresser. You work in there, you get a certain wage. You can be 16, 17, go in there, have a 3-year, apprentice. We call them apprentices. And they learn how to do it, and then, the time they're 20, 21, they know how to be whatever they're in.
Exactly, and that's really what I want to do.
But they're directly in the job. They're directly doing it.
And then they know if they like it, right? So something that the Clark County School District does is that they have different, for instance, SECTA. They have the cosmetology program. They have, they have an auto body program. They have several programs where students can start. They start in 9th grade. They do 9th and 10th. They kind of do their rotations.
Isn't that like a technical school?
Mm-hmm. And they do rotations to figure out what they want to do, because they get to try several different ones. Then they center on one, and for 2 years, you're right. And 2 of my kids did that program.
Oh, really?
So yes. So what I'm trying to say is, if we could do that for cadets and be able to give the police department backfill, because they may find out they don't want to do that. But I would rather have them find that out than get them started in the academy, spend all of the money in training, and halfway through the academy say,
"No, I don't want to
this
do
is
it."
not for me.
Yeah.
Or there have been officers that have been on the street for a week after the academy that say, this is not for me.
So would you say that the main thing that you're running for, the main thing you want to do is the police department? It seems like that's one of your main things.
Well, I wanna
and the
help-
school system.
Yes, I want to help with public safety because our crime numbers are going up. And we need to, they say all the time, I hear, we're the safest city, we're the safest city. Well, we are a safe city, but we're not safe enough because
No.
our crime numbers are going up and things are changing. And what I want to do is catch that before it does. We can't expect crime numbers to stay down when we are losing police officers
When we're not controlling it.
and
We've lost
building a
control.
ton of apartments.
We've lost control.
Exactly. And so I'm not against building, but look at the number of apartments that are going in and water. I mean, don't even get me started on water because we need to be able to address that. And I've been meeting with engineers on water. I want to make sure we take care of that. There's just immediate things that have to happen. Education, really quick, since you brought it up, I'm supporting and giving my voice to the Community Schools Initiative, which would allow Henderson schools to opt out from the school district. And I support it heavily because...
Why do you want them to opt out? Because this is a strong one.
Well, we want to opt out because we just want our own school district. And what I don't want to do...
I've heard of this. Yes,
Yeah.
they want to split it up because it's too big. They say it's too big.
It is. It is too big. And it's causing us lots of issues. And so by opting out, instead of, a lot of people say the word break up the school district. And that really bothers some people. And
that's probably because they don't understand, because breaking up is a very dangerous word.
It is.
That word is not really right. You're not breaking up. You're just forming different districts.
Right. And so I like opt out because, they can choose... They can choose if North Las Vegas and Las Vegas wants to stay together. I don't think we should force them apart. I think it's important for leaders and city council people to advocate for our own school district. And I'm in Henderson, so that's who I'm going to advocate for is Henderson residents and their children. And I'm already an advocate for children. So I just feel strongly that we just need someone in city council that's willing to listen to residents, hear what they need, take care of the police department, which they're not being supported right now, and they need to be by, city council's not doing a great job at that.
I also feel that the layman, which is, I'm a layman, I don't know, I'm not in politics, I'm not in any of that stuff. I don't think they quite understand what's going on because there's nobody out there to teach them. They don't know, well, I'll vote for this one because I like the way she talks, or she's prettier, or I like him because he's got grey hair and he looks good. That's not the point.
No.
But they don't know exactly. It's like I've asked many times, what do the city council do? I happen to know what city council do because I dealt with a lot of the city council people in Los Angeles.
Yes.
I dealt with them all the time.
I've heard that.
With real estate. I was with them all the time, and I knew a lot of them out there. A lot of them. I still know them a little bit. But only because I was involved in it, because of the things like building a shopping centre. How we got to go to the city council. We've got to do this, and the things you have to do. Holy moly. So I think it should be explained more to the public, of your voters, of what you are and who you are. And really, what is your job, and what do you want to do, and what do you want to change? I think that should be out there more. It's not out there.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's my lot.
And No, absolutely. Because what's important is the city council has more control over your daily life than any other government. Government agency, other than, our gas prices going $5.55 a gallon, all of that. We don't have control over that, but we do have control over lending our voice to a lot of different things.
Absolutely.
And
you can say yes or no. You can break somebody just like that.
You absolutely
City council can break you just like that. And the reason I know that is because the city council in Paris of California, we were trying to get a casino through, and one vote on the city council, one vote said no, and that was the finish of us. We did all the plans, we did everything, we had everything, and it cost us a lot of money. I know it, I was there, it was my husband and I, we were doing it. Yeah. One vote. And I hate to tell you what we did with this one vote. This one guy, I'm really being bad now, but that's okay. We took him out to dinner. He was very nice. He was very friendly with us, and we weren't doing it for any other reason. We weren't even thinking of the, city council not voting. We thought because it was bringing taxes into there, but this one.
Sure. Yeah.
So they can make or break you, and I know it.
Yes. And so it's really important that you select the right person for the job.
Yes.
I feel that way.
What do you feel? Why do you feel Why do you feel? Okay.
Well, a couple of things really quick. I am on CDAC, which is the Clark County Community Development Advisory Committee, and I am on the Blue Ribbon Commission for Education and Excellence in Education, for Henderson. So I definitely have the qualifications, and that's not all I've done. It's just what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to address a couple things that opponents say, because there's not a lot to say bad about me. So they say, you're very young. She's too young. I don't. How old are you? I'm 56 years old.
You are not too young. You're the right age. You're
Thank
right
you.
age. 14 and up.
I have 7 children and 11 grandchildren, and I'm getting ready to retire from teaching after 32 years. And I'm a businesswoman. So, and we did just sell our restaurant so that I could be full-time for city council. What's different about me and my opponents, and to answer your question, is that what makes me the best choice is I will work full-time. So I'm going to work full-time for you.
That's very important.
Very important. I am going to make sure that my resident first vision is accomplished by listening to residents when they come to the city council and not having my mind already made up. I'm going to listen to everyone. That's a big problem.
They have their mind made up immediately, and I know that too.
And I don't like that at all. And there's nothing wrong with the professions I'm going to list. But my opponents, we have an attorney for developers. So he's going. These are going to
favor the developers.
But he's also going to have to abstain from a lot of voting.
Yes.
So you have to ask yourself how effective these other candidates would be on the city council, and how effective I will be. The other one, one of the other ones, is a real estate agent, and that again lends to a lot of abstaining from voting. We have a CEO on a nonprofit, a big nonprofit in town, and she works with a lot of the utilities and other things. And then we have someone that works for Nevada Energy. So they all have conflicts. This
is what we call politics.
Yes.
This is the meaning.
Oh my gosh. And please vote for the non-politician in this race, which is me. Please vote for the non-politician, because with me, you're going to get honesty. I'm genuine, and I have integrity.
Any difference with being a woman going in there?
Yes, I think so. There's 3 men now and 3 women running in this race. And I feel strongly a woman with blonde hair will make it, because
blonde hair.
Yeah, but the long blonde hair woman is going to make it.
And
absolutely.
7 children on that.
Yes, and so I've really proven myself.
So we know you have time. We know you have the energy. We know you have the time. Yep. How old is your youngest?
My youngest is turning 13.
So only 13, still at home? Still needs a lot. How many at home still?
Well, I only have 2, and my other one there's a senior, she's graduating, and she's getting ready to go to college.
Oh, okay.
So my 13-year-old's amazing, and my husband's retired.
Okay.
So it's important to know that, I'm going to be there for her probably more. I'll see her more as a city councilwoman.
Oh, wait a second. The youngest always gets the best.
I did, right? But then I did as a restaurant owner and a teacher.
What was the name of your restaurant?
Fred's Sports Grill. And
Fred's Sports Grill, which she sold. She doesn't have it anymore.
Yes, and that was in Manti, Utah.
Was that when your husband retired?
No, he retired from the post office. So we just sold our restaurant at the end of February of this year. Okay. And that was in preparation of making sure that I am fully available.
So you're going to be 100% for the city council. Yeah. And to do what you district. What district are you in?
I'm in Ward 3.
I don't know what these all mean, but they mean something. And Ward 3, I feel like I'm in a hospital or something.
I know.
I'm in the ward. I'm going to have a baby. That's what I think, huh?
Yeah, well, and just know that I know, right? And there's a lot of people that say, well, I can't vote for you because I'm not in your ward in Henderson. So it's important for you to know that we run at large, which translates to anyone that lives in Henderson, has a Henderson address, may vote and should vote for me.
You don't have to live in Ward 3, that hospital.
No. No.
You can live in Henderson and vote. Carrie Cox, CC. It's not an RR, which is Rolls Royce. She's a CC, City Council.
Yeah, and I'm your
CC
girl.
is City Council.
Yes.
So it's a CC.
For C-
You got all the C's. You probably never even thought of that.
Oh
She
my
doesn't know.
gosh.
She's a CC.
And so
She's
really,
what you call,
it fits.
oh, I know she is now. She's going to be the 4 C's.
I am, and it's all going to be because of you.
Well, I don't know about me, but anyway, let me introduce you to the 4 C's. This is her new name.
I love it,
I
and I love
too.
you.
I love you too.
And
Anyway,
I'm so grateful.
And we love Jules. Jules I met because I go to a Bible study with
Yes.
Jules, and Jules is
Yes.
quite a woman. I admire this woman in many ways. And anyway,
She connected you and I.
well, no, I don't know if
her.
she did. Well, she connected us, but yes, whatever.
Yes.
Anyway, because I connect myself to everybody. So,
Sure,
so
but I
that's
mean,
what
I
do.
met you there.
Yes, you met me there. Yeah, that's why I'm thanking Jules.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Jules.
Thank you.
And thank you. You are amazing. Now, how can anybody vote for you and reach you?
Okay.
Oh, yours.
Well, I'm at the top of the ballot, so just under City Council,
It's a woman's thing.
make sure you scroll on down. But I am at the top of the City Council.
Because she's a
choices.
CCCC.
There you go. And you can reach me at 702-306-3302. That is my cell number. It has been since the
But she
beginning of
answers
time.
it all the time. I know because I called her.
Yes, that's true. And votecarriecox.com. You can also find me on Facebook at Carrie Cox Henderson City Council 2022, and votecarriecox@gmail.com is my email. So please check me out. If you need me to earn my vote more than I've already have today, please connect with me, and I promise
We're
I
spreading the
will
word
address
to all of you.
the questions.
I'm not voting. I'm living in Las Vegas, so because I can't vote anyway.
Bummer.
But that has bummers.
Bummer.
But that has nothing to do with what I'm doing. I'm involved in bringing people to the platform that are out there that are actually trying to make a difference and trying to do something. I really doesn't make any difference to me what side or where they're on.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure I get whoever's out there that I feel qualified, that they can do the job and do the thing absolutely 100%. I want to thank all of you for watching, because without you, obviously, you know, my favorite saying, nothing happens. I want to thank, there's a young lady out there, Leslie LaGuardia. Leslie LaGuardia has brought me many people for my show, and we present them and we do what we can for them. But it's really up to you, and you've got to share. And I'm going to ask you,
Yes.
Carrie Cox, you've got to share this. If you don't share it, what's the
Yes.
point of coming on my show?
Oh, absolutely.
You're going to come on my show, and then you don't share.
No, I will share.
So I've never understood that, because we happen to know. So all of you out there can now feel very, very guilty coming on to Vegas Live with Ninon and not sharing, because we know everybody that shares. We know everybody that shares. So if you shared twice, why? Why come on my show, spend all that time, do all that talking, tell everybody who you are, and don't share? I don't know. I don't get it. But
Well,
anyway,
I think I need to learn how to share better.
all you've got to do,
Because I'm not very good at that.
all you've got to do, you see the video. There's a thing down there that says share. You click the share. It's quite simple. You click the share, and then it comes up a list. People, groups, personal.
Yeah.
Click it.
I'm good at tagging, I think.
Well,
But I will tag and share.
whatever you need to do,
And speaking
do
of
it,
that,
because it's going to help you. It helps our show as well, of course. That's why I'm asking you to do it as well. But the reason having you on our show, that doesn't cost you anything. It's absolute. All it costs you is time. That's all it costs you. And a little bit of time spent on yourself, because I'm only interviewing one person. I'm only interviewing Carrie Cox. So it's up to her to do what she wants to do with what we just did.
And I will make sure my other one was shared with you, because I'm so sorry. I'm sitting here going, did that happen? I have a media group, but they're amazing. So I'll make sure that happens.
Make sure it happens.
I'll make sure that happens, and have them share with all of their friends.
Well, that's the idea. When one shares, the other shares, the other shares, share and share alike. That's always been share and share alike. Yeah. Always remember that saying. It's a good saying. Yeah. Well, I'm going to share Maria Pureza. She's absolutely Pureza. She's amazing, and of course she's my producer, which is obviously called, she's our social media shows. She's been behind me for many years. Actually, she's been my producer for about nearly a year. But she was also putting my shows on all the media platforms and everything else, and she had to really fight for that. And she said, Ninon, I want to fight for Vegas Live with Ninon. So I guess I'm running for politics too.
Oh,
Vegas
good
Live
for
with
you.
Vegas Live with Ninon. I've now become a politician for Vegas Live with Ninon. Carrie, she's amazing. Carrie Cox,
Thank
absolutely
you.
wonderful. I wish you all the best, and
Thank you.
just do what you need to do out there to get what you want and how you want to help people, because that's obviously what you like doing, helping
Yes.
people. We'll be right back. I don't know where. I don't know when. Well, I do. It'll be next week. And I don't know where. It might be a different place. Not sure yet. We'll see. Love you all. Take care. Thank you for watching.
Thanks. Thank you.